Personal integrity is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. It is the invisible thread that weaves through every action, every decision, and every relationship you hold. Without integrity, the core of who you are begins to erode, and you become susceptible to the whims and opinions of others. Integrity is not simply about being honest with those around you, but about being true to yourself, true to your values, your principles, and your moral compass. It is the essence of your identity, the thing that defines you when no one is watching, and it is something that should never be sacrificed for the sake of approval, convenience, or pressure from others. The moment you compromise your integrity, you lose control over your life. When you betray your values, even in small, seemingly insignificant ways, you set yourself on a slippery slope where more significant compromises become easier to make. It starts subtly, perhaps by cutting corners on a project, telling a white lie to avoid conflict, or allowing someone to treat you in a way that goes against your self-respect. But these small breaches of integrity begin to chip away at your self-esteem. Over time, you might find yourself doing things you never imagined you would simply because you abandoned the principles that once anchored you. Integrity isn't something that can be bought or replaced. It takes years to build, but it can be lost in an instant. Think about the trust that people place in you because they believe you are a person of character. That trust is built not just through your words, but through your consistent actions over time. When you sacrifice your integrity, you not only damage that trust, but you also undermine the relationships that were founded on it. Whether in business, friendships, or family life, the people around you expect and deserve to know who you truly are. They depend on you to uphold the values you've expressed. And when you fail to do so, you lose more than their respect, you lose your own. In our modern world, where shortcuts and easy paths are often glorified, the pressure to compromise integrity is immense. Society constantly offers temptations to bend your principles to gain more money, status, or recognition. But you must understand that none of these external rewards are worth the internal damage caused by sacrificing your core values. Achievements gained at the cost of integrity are hollow and fleeting. Success that is not rooted in a solid moral foundation will eventually crumble, leaving you with nothing but regret. People often believe that sacrificing integrity will lead to short-term gains or advantages. They think that by telling that one lie, cutting that one deal, or engaging in unethical behavior, they will somehow fast-track their success or avoid immediate conflict. But in reality, the opposite is true. Compromising your integrity never leads to long-term success. It might give you a brief moment of triumph, but it plants the seeds for future problems. The decisions you make today have a ripple effect on your future. And the impact of betraying your principles can come back to haunt you in ways you never expected. Sacrificing integrity affects more than just your external life. It deeply impacts your internal world. When you betray your own values, you create a conflict within yourself. Your mind and heart become divided, and this inner turmoil can manifest in feelings of anxiety, guilt, and shame. It is difficult to live with yourself when you know you are not being true to who you are. This internal dissonance can affect your mental and emotional well-being, leading to stress, depression, and even a sense of disconnection from your true purpose in life. No amount of external success can compensate for the loss of peace that comes with a compromised spirit. To live with integrity requires courage. It demands that you stand firm in your beliefs, even when it's uncomfortable, unpopular, or inconvenient. It requires you to make decisions that align with your values, even when those decisions are difficult. And it calls for you to prioritize long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. But the rewards of living with integrity far outweigh the challenges. When you live according to your principles, you create a life that is stable, trustworthy, and deeply fulfilling. You attract people and opportunities that resonate with your authenticity. You build a legacy that is not just about what you achieved, but about how you achieved it. Integrity is the most valuable asset you possess. It is what allows you to navigate life with confidence, knowing that your actions are aligned with your values. When you refuse to sacrifice your integrity for anyone or anything, you safeguard the most important aspect of your identity. You become someone who is unshakable, someone who others can trust and respect. And most importantly, you maintain your sense of self-worth, knowing that you stayed true to who you are, no matter what. Your purpose is the reason for your existence, the guiding force that gives your life meaning and direction. It is not just a set of goals or ambitions, it is a deep calling that resonates within you, a unique assignment that you alone are equipped to fulfill. Every person is born with a purpose, something that transcends the mundane routines of life and connects you to a higher reason for being. The world may try to pull you in different directions, with people and circumstances pushing you to conform to their ideas of success or happiness. But no matter what external pressures you face, your purpose is something that you should never sacrifice for anyone. When you understand your purpose, you gain clarity about who you are and what you are meant to contribute to the world. It becomes your internal compass, guiding your decisions, your actions, and your relationships. Without this clarity, it is easy to become lost, swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. You might find yourself pursuing goals that do not truly align with your core values, simply because they seem easier or more socially acceptable. However, straying from your purpose for the sake of approval or convenience only leads to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. There is no fulfillment in living someone else's version of your life. Your purpose is deeply personal. It is not something that can be dictated by others, no matter how well-meaning they may be. Friends, family, or colleagues may have their own ideas about what is best for you, but at the end of the day, it is your life to live. People may try to influence your decisions or steer you toward paths that align with their own values or desires, but you must remain steadfast in the vision that was placed within you. While seeking advice and learning from others is important, no one can truly understand the depth of your calling except you. To sacrifice your purpose in order to please others is to deny the very essence of your being. It is important to recognize that living out your purpose often requires sacrifices in other areas of life. There will be moments when you must choose between immediate comfort and long-term fulfillment. The path of purpose is not always easy. It demands perseverance, discipline, and sometimes going against the grain of what others expect from you. But this is where true growth and fulfillment lie, in the willingness to stay the course, even when it is difficult. When you make decisions based on your purpose, you align yourself with something greater than temporary pleasures or fleeting successes. You tap into a source of strength that sustains you through the challenges and setbacks that are inevitably part of the journey. Your purpose is also a source of resilience. When you are clear about your calling, you can withstand the pressures and distractions that come from outside influences. The opinions of others lose their power over you because you are grounded in something deeper. You no longer feel the need to seek validation or approval from those around you. Instead, you operate from a place of inner confidence, knowing that you are fulfilling the role you were created for. This inner strength allows you to face adversity with grace and determination, as you know that every challenge is an opportunity to refine and deepen your connection to your purpose. Your purpose is not only for your benefit, it is for the benefit of others. When you live in alignment with your calling, you bring something valuable to the world that no one else can offer. Your unique skills, talents, and experiences are part of a larger tapestry that contributes to the well-being of others. Sacrificing your purpose for the sake of external pressures not only deprives you of fulfillment, but also deprives the world of the gifts you are meant to share. Every time you choose to follow your purpose, you are not just enriching your own life, you are making a meaningful impact on those around you. It's also important to remember that your purpose evolves over time. As you grow and experience life, your understanding of your purpose deepens. You may discover new dimensions to your calling that you hadn't recognized before. This is a natural part of the journey. But even as your purpose evolves, the core of who you are and what you are meant to do remains constant. You must stay attuned to this inner calling, allowing it to guide you as you navigate the twists and turns of life. Flexibility is important, but so is a commitment to staying true to your fundamental purpose. Your purpose is the source of your greatest fulfillment. It is what makes life meaningful, what gives you the energy and passion to keep going even when the road is difficult. When you align your actions, decisions, and relationships with your purpose, you live a life of authenticity and integrity. You become a person who is not only successful in the traditional sense, but also deeply fulfilled on a personal and spiritual level. This kind of fulfillment cannot be bought, borrowed, or faked. It is the result of living a life that is true to who you are at your core. Your purpose is the most valuable guiding force in your life. Never sacrifice it for the fleeting approval or demands of others. Stay connected to your calling, nurture it, and protect it with all your strength. In doing so, you will not only find personal fulfillment, but also leave a lasting impact on the world around you. Your purpose is the reason you were put on this earth. Honor it, and never let it go. Self-respect is the cornerstone of a healthy and fulfilling life. It is the recognition of your inherent worth, the understanding that you are valuable simply because you exist. When you respect yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you, and you create boundaries that protect your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. It is an unwavering commitment to honor your own needs, desires, and principles, regardless of external influences. Self-respect should never be sacrificed for anyone, no matter the situation or relationship, because it is the foundation upon which your dignity and self-worth are built. Many people struggle with the idea of maintaining self-respect, especially in relationships or situations where there is pressure to conform or please others. The desire to be liked, accepted, or loved can sometimes overshadow the need to honor yourself. You may find yourself compromising your values, tolerating disrespectful behavior, or even suppressing your own needs in order to maintain harmony or avoid conflict. But in doing so, you erode your own sense of self-worth. Each time you allow someone to cross a boundary or treat you in a way that diminishes your dignity, you send a message to yourself that your needs are not important. Over time, this can lead to feelings of resentment, low self-esteem, and even a sense of powerlessness. Self-respect is not about arrogance or placing yourself above others. It is about recognizing that your worth is non-negotiable. It is about setting healthy boundaries that reflect your values and ensuring that others respect those boundaries. Boundaries are not meant to isolate you from others, but to protect your emotional and psychological well-being. They are a way of communicating your limits and teaching others how to treat you. Without boundaries, you become vulnerable to manipulation, disrespect, and exploitation. When you sacrifice your self-respect by allowing others to violate your boundaries, you lose control over your life and your sense of identity. One of the most common ways people sacrifice their self-respect is by staying in relationships, whether personal or professional, that are harmful or toxic. This often stems from a fear of being alone, rejected, or judged. You may convince yourself that enduring disrespect or mistreatment is better than the uncertainty of standing up for yourself. However, this mindset only perpetuates a cycle of unhappiness and self-devaluation. The truth is, staying in environments that undermine your dignity will never lead to the fulfillment or happiness you seek. It is far better to walk away from situations or people who do not value you than to compromise your self-respect. Another aspect of self-respect involves the way you speak to yourself. The internal dialogue you maintain is a reflection of how much you respect yourself. If you constantly engage in self-criticism, negative self-talk, or self-doubt, you are chipping away at your own worth. Respecting yourself means speaking to yourself with kindness, compassion, and encouragement. It means recognizing that you are human, capable of making mistakes, but also worthy of love and forgiveness. Your internal voice should be your greatest ally, not your harshest critic. By cultivating a positive and respectful inner dialogue, you strengthen your sense of self-worth and resilience. Self-respect is closely tied to self-discipline. When you respect yourself, you hold yourself accountable for your actions, decisions, and behavior. You take responsibility for your own growth and development. And you refuse to allow laziness, procrastination, or self-sabotage to dictate your life. Self-respect means showing up for yourself even when it's difficult. It means making choices that align with your goals and values, rather than succumbing to short-term gratification or external pressures. By practicing self-discipline, you build a sense of pride and confidence in yourself, knowing that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. Sacrificing your self-respect often comes with long-term consequences. When you compromise your dignity, you start to lose sight of who you are and what you stand for. You may begin to feel disconnected from your own values, unsure of your direction in life. This can lead to feelings of confusion, frustration, and even depression. On the other hand, when you maintain your self-respect, you create a sense of stability and clarity in your life. You know who you are, what you believe in, and what you are willing to accept. This clarity allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your true self, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. It is also important to understand that self-respect attracts respect from others. When you carry yourself with dignity, people take notice. They are more likely to treat you with the respect and consideration that you deserve because they see that you respect yourself. Conversely, when you sacrifice your self-respect, you send a signal to others that it is acceptable to treat you poorly. By maintaining your self-respect, you set the standard for how you expect to be treated, and others will follow suit. This applies not only to personal relationships, but also to professional and social interactions. Self-respect is the cornerstone of a life lived with dignity, purpose, and fulfillment. It is a non-negotiable aspect of your identity that should never be sacrificed for the approval or acceptance of others. By honoring your own needs, setting healthy boundaries, and maintaining a positive inner dialogue, you protect your sense of self-worth and ensure that you are living in alignment with your values. Sacrificing your self-respect may bring temporary relief or approval, but it will never lead to true happiness or fulfillment. Remember, the way you treat yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Protect your self-respect, and you will live a life of integrity, confidence, and inner peace. The essence of a fulfilling life lies in recognizing and honoring the core principles that should never be sacrificed: your purpose, self-respect, your time, your values, and your peace of mind. Each of these elements forms the foundation of your identity and well-being. Your purpose is your guiding light, providing direction and meaning to your existence. Self-respect reinforces your worth and establishes the boundaries necessary for healthy relationships. Your time is a finite resource, and how you choose to spend it reflects your priorities and aspirations. Your values define who you are and the principles by which you choose to live, while your peace of mind is a sacred space that fosters creativity, clarity, and resilience. As you navigate life, remember that the pressures and demands from the outside world may tempt you to compromise on these fundamental aspects, but staying true to yourself is paramount. Protect your purpose with unwavering conviction, honor your self-respect fiercely, manage your time wisely, uphold your values steadfastly, and safeguard your peace of mind diligently. By doing so, you will not only cultivate a life of authenticity and fulfillment, but you will also inspire those around you to recognize the importance of these principles. When you live in alignment with your core beliefs, you create a ripple effect that encourages others to pursue their own paths with integrity and courage. You are the architect of your own life. Stand firm in your convictions. Refuse to sacrifice what matters most, and embrace the unique journey that is yours alone. In doing so, you will discover the profound joy that comes from living a life of purpose and respect, creating a legacy that resonates far beyond your own existence. Remember, you are worthy, and your life is a precious gift that deserves to be lived fully and authentically.